meaning the students are attached to an organization. This time it was for a month and quarter, next time it will be 2 months. Now, as part of hands-on training in managing rural organizations, the students were attached to governmental, non-governmental, and corporate industrial houses across the country for first-hand exposure to the organizational environment, processes, finance, HRD, production, marketing, etc. The students were attached to a half a dozen or so frontline organizations, for example, Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, and fortunately with the blessings of the minister amidst us, the Society for Rural Poverty and Elimination put together has come out with a national rural livelihoods mission, and there will be a sub type of a replicated institution everywhere, meaning the development will cascade more and more under the able leaders of the Honorable Minister. Then it also includes organizations like Bharati Agro Indus Foundation, Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services, Root City, Nandi Foundation, and GMR Foundation. Now with this, we come to the last aspect of the placement, where we have been able to place the students to the extent of nearly 80%, which is short by 20, which was 100% last time, and the institutions include largely the ones that have supported us in fieldwork and rural internship. So 36 students out of 44 have already been placed, and the rest of the 6 out of the total strength of 50 belong to in-service category, who are not necessarily placed by us, but however in the last year or so, on the request of the organizations, we have helped them. But then of the 44, 36 are already placed with frontline organizations like ILFS, Union Bank, then the government of Rajasthan, government of Gujarat, government of Andhra Pradesh, in particular CERB, and we hope to have interviews lined up in the next 3 days, some through video conferencing and others through direct interviews with institutions like, for example, the Rajiv Foundation from Bareilly, and then a couple of other institutions which are attached to the satellite experimental interventions of the government of Gujarat. With this, I conclude the report on the PGDRDM. Thank you.
May I now request the respected Director General, Sri Matthew C. Kunankar, to address the gathering and share the vision of PGDRDM.
Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development, Sri Pradeep Jain Aditya ji, DDG Sri Kumar, Registrar Dr. Rao, PGDRM Course Director Dr. Durga Prasad and the course team, professors and heads of Sundays, members of the academic community and staff, distinguished invitees from neighboring institutions, parents of the PG Diploma awardees, and dear students. I am indeed grateful to the Honorable Minister that in spite of a very busy schedule, he has taken pains to come to Hyderabad to participate in today's convocation ceremony. Sir, I extend a very, very hearty welcome to you and all those present here. It is a proud moment for the NIRD as we have successfully completed the second batch of the PG Diploma in Rural Development Management, and we are awarding today PG Diploma certificates to 50 students who have completed the second batch of the diploma course. My congratulations to all the students on their successful completion of the PG course. My congratulations also to their families and the course team under Dr. Durga Prasad, who provided all support and assistance and shaped their intellectual abilities to achieve the academic distinction. NIRD, as you are aware, is the apex national institute in the country for training and research in rural development, and this institute has been constantly striving to develop the capabilities of the rural development and Panchayat Raj functionaries and has largely contributed to policy formulation and policy changes relating to rural development. This year, NIRD is making a history by offering 1,000 training programs with particular thrust on all the various flagship programs of the ministry. Through networking with the SIRDs, extension training centers and other regional and local level institutions, we propose to build up capacities of 1.5 million functionaries this year, which will include a large number of elected representatives of ERIs. I am happy that the PGDRM has been designed with a view to developing a cadre of youth with the proper attitude and desire to work, so that this cadre of service-minded youth would be available for implementation of programs with community participation, particularly with a spirit of openness, dialogue and commitment for the empowerment of the community. I am happy that the students have been exposed to all the rural development programs and have acquired adequate insights to tackle field level problems. Needless to say, the PG diploma course is well conceived and need-based program and is a need-based program, particularly when the commitment to the societies in which we live is fast disappearing. Even after 6 decades of independence, we have a large number of our population living below the poverty line. As per a survey conducted recently using multi-dimensional poverty index, 8 states in India have more number of poor than 26 countries in the African continent put together. As per the criteria suggested for identification of poverty by various committees, including Dr. Saxena committee, the percentage of population below the poverty line may be as high as 50%. A real picture will emerge as soon as the BPL survey being undertaken by the MORD is completed. It is therefore essential that rapid growth has to take place to reduce the number of poor by employment expansion, higher incomes, greater investments in education, health, water, sanitation and nutrition. The composition of the poor has been changing and rural poverty is getting concentrated in agricultural labor and artisan households, as also many social groups such as the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes work out for 80% of the rural poor. To deal with the problem effectively, technical and professional people are required to bring in multidisciplinary expertise into rural development to provide resources in critical areas. A cadre of professionals with commitment, motivation and dedication is required, and therefore I have a view that the postgraduate diploma course, Diploma in Rural Development Management, is well focused. Due to various constraints, we have not been able to go beyond the present number of 50 students. However, we are planning to increase the coverage in collaboration with state level and regional institutions. I am happy that my discussion with some regional institutions have been encouraging. I am sure all of you, the young graduates who are entering a new and challenging phase of your life after a rigorous course in NIRD, have been enabled to acquire enough knowledge and expertise to deal with the problems of poverty and social inequalities. For every one of you to be successful in life, you have to be guided by 3 important virtues. Firstly, you have to bring value to the organization or the society in which you live. This means your services are to be viewed as of some value by the organization or society in which you work. No organization would need you if you are not able to bring in value addition through your services. The second virtue or attribute would be that you should have a passion for the job or the work you undertake. Only when you are passionate, you can climb the heights. Lastly, you are to be men of integrity. All leaders and successful men possess these virtues. Today, the world is fast changing. The process of globalization has brought in many great opportunities and at the same time many challenges to the societies, particularly to the rural societies. India is shaping into a major power in the world and we have been registering a high growth rate in the last 2 to 3 years. Our growth rate is suspected to be 8.1% during this fiscal, which may go even up to 9%. The benefits of growth and development should result in equitable and more justifiable division of the fruits of development with total elimination or thinning of the rural-urban divide which is growing day by day. The vast majority of our people live in the rural areas without basic facilities of drinking water, shelter, electricity, healthcare, etc., which their counterparts in the urban areas enjoy. Thus, we have a large rural India where the people struggle for existence and basic facilities, while the urban dwellers, which constitute a small percentage of our population, enjoy the comforts of good roads, drinking water, whole day power supply, good housing facilities, etc. This rural-urban divide has to be bridged by providing urban amenities in the rural areas, community empowerment, and participation of the community in the development process. I am particularly happy that right now in this institute, the new scheme of providing urban amenities in rural areas, PURA, in order to bridge the rural-urban divide, is getting a boost in the very premise of this institute. I am happy that Dr. Mayaram and Sri Vijay Kumar from the ministry are here. They are attending to this discussion and the participatory process in shaping it. As youth, you should have a dream. I am talking to students now. As youth, you should have a dream and a mission to achieve. Your dream should be an India where the rural-urban divide is reduced to a thin line, an India where there is equitable distribution and adequate access to energy and quality water, an India where agriculture, industry and service sector work together in symphony, where education with value system is not denied to any meritorious candidate because of societal or economic discrimination, an India which is the best destination for the most talented scholars, scientists and investors, an India where the best healthcare is available to all, an India where the governance is responsive, transparent and corruption free, where poverty has been totally eradicated, illiteracy removed and crimes against women and children absent and none in the society feels alienated, an India that is prosperous, healthy, secure, devoid of terrorism, peaceful and happy, and continues with a sustainable growth path. And finally, an India that is one of the best places to live in and is proud of its leadership. The above profile of India has been envisioned by none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India, who rose to the highest office in the country through very hard work and a mission in his life. In order to achieve your mission, firstly, you have to set a goal. Secondly, you have to acquire knowledge continuously as a lifelong learner. Third, you have to put in honest hard work. And lastly, you have to have perseverance in life. Finally, I would like to tell you that after leaving the corridors of this institute, when you enter and face the stark realities of life, there may be occasions when you would come across several unethical practices, ill treatment, corruption, and other social evils. Merit may not be always considered, and you may wonder why you should be good. The famous Guricharan Das, in his very well written book, The Difficulty of Being Good, gives his response based on his research at MBA to the question, why be good? He quotes Yudhishthira, who explains to Draupadi, I act because I must, whether it bears fruit or not. I do my duty like any householder. I obey dharma not for its rewards, but by its nature. My mind is beholden to dharma, so you should always be driven by the great cause of dharma. I once again congratulate all the PGDRM students, their parents, and particularly Dr. Durga Prasad and his team, the entire academic community and staff of NIRD for putting their best efforts in shaping a highly motivated team of students who are committed to rural development and nation building. I once again thank the Honorable Minister for having come and raised this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, the students of Bharati Vidya Bhavan will present the spirit evoking song and rural development.
हमारे दम से है, प्रगति हमारे पथ से है, उन्नति हमारे लक्ष्य है, ग्रामों के हम रखवाले। विकास हमारे दम से है, प्रगति हमारे पथ से है, उन्नति हमारे लक्ष्य है, ग्रामों के हम रखवाले। गाँव-गाँव को रोशन करते शिक्षा के अभियान से, सड़क बनाकर नई हम हौसले बढ़ाते किसान के। गाँव-गाँव को रोशन करते शिक्षा के अभियान से, सड़क बनाकर नई हम हौसले बढ़ाते किसान के। विकास हमारे दम से है, प्रगति हमारे पथ से है, उन्नति हमारे लक्ष्य है, ग्रामों के हम रखवाले। ग्रामीण भारतं मनदिनं, नवजीवन चेतन मनदिनं, पसडी पंटलु मनदिनं, सकल शुभालु कलिगेनु। ग्रामीण भारतं मनदिनं, नवजीवन चेतन मनदिनं, पसडी पंटलु मनदिनं, सकल शुभालु कलिगेनु। పల్లె ప్రజలకు ఉపాధి కోసం గ్రామీణ వికాస సంస్థ ఆదర్శ జీవన నిర్మాణానికి అందించేను చేయుత। పల్లె ప్రజలకు ఉపాధి కోసం గ్రామీణ వికాస సంస్థ ఆదర్శ జీవన నిర్మాణానికి అందించేను చేయుత। గ్రామీణ భారతం మనదినం, నవజీవన చేతన మనదినం, పసిడి పంటలు మనవెను, సకల శుభాలు కలిగేను। సబూజ్ పృథివీ లొప్పరే, शौचाल धारा लपरे, धन्यो मादे लपरे, सुस्वास्थ्य जीवन अधिकारी। सबूज पृथ्वी लपरे, शौचाल धारा लपरे, धन्यो मादे लपरे, सुस्वास्थ्य जीवन अधिकारी।